What is the best thing in the world? A sunset, maybe dogs. Dogs is a good one. But I have two pretty good answers. One is love, and number two is food. So if you take those two things and put them together, you get to enjoy food with someone you love. That's the best thing, because it's really convenient for my video that I'm doing right now. Valentine's Day is coming up, but you know, even if it's not Valentine's Day, it's such a nice thing to cook a nice dinner for your partner. Or if you don't have a partner, maybe cook one for your friend. And if you don't have any friends, well, you could make what I'm about to show you for yourself. And I think you're gonna be very happy. Well, as happy as you can be with no friends. So fortunately for me, I have a human that I love, and I think she also loves me. So the plan is I'm gonna make a nice Valentine's Day dinner for my girlfriend. But this is really a guide for you to do the same with whoever you want. You know, I'm not gonna make any judgments. So let's get to it. This is what we're gonna do. So for step one, it's pretty easy. We're gonna make a list. We're gonna make a list of everything this person likes in terms of food, because it's very important that this dinner is gonna be like customized and very personal. So it's essential here to kind of know the person pretty well. If you don't know them that well, if you don't know them that well, maybe you can make assumptions based on their personality. For example, if someone has a bunch of plants in their house, I think they probably like oat milk. I think that's a pretty safe assumption. Or let's say someone likes Elon Musk. It's pretty safe to assume they enjoy the taste of shit. Like just poop from a butt. They're probably a fan of ass poop. But yeah, in the case of my girlfriend, I know her very well, so I can write down a bunch of stuff. Now the next step is to take all this stuff and convert it to a menu of sorts. I'm gonna do one with 5 dishes. I want this thing to be a freaking experience. Like, I kinda want this dinner to be a compilation of bites that bring her happiness. And here's where you can be creative. Get a piece of paper, a pen, and start laying down some ideas. Now, after a bit of thinking, I came up with my 5 dishes. I don't want to go into detail yet, because I think it's gonna be more exciting to reveal the dishes as they go out. That way you can be surprised as well. Optionally, you could also design a little menu in Photoshop and go to your local print shop to print out a cute little physical menu card. So now that we know our dishes, it's time for action. And first things first, we need all the groceries. And trust me, you do not want to step in that store unless you have a fully comprehensive, what is it called? List. So get out the notes app and write everything down. So step 4 is to do the actual groceries, and I thought about filming that process, but I think no one just wants to see a guy, you know, reaching for the sunflower seed oil. I do have to be honest, keep it real, keep it a stack, keep it 100. All this stuff was about $100, maybe a little more, which is quite expensive. But if you think about it, fancy dinner reservation at a restaurant, 50 euros per person. It's okay. At least that's what I have to tell myself. And also, I'm sure you can make it way cheaper. I just splurged out with a bunch of shit like this fancy vanilla pod. It comes in an actual pod. I don't even want to check how much this is, dude. But you can craft your menu according to your budget. Step 5. I think it's step 5. Yeah. You need to prep everything that can be prepped. Make everything you can in advance, so when you're actually in the thick of it, it's just like an assembly job. Trust me, it can get really messy unless you got this stuff under control. Prep ingredients in containers. Future you will be thankful. I had to prep shit for hours, so it wasn't easy. I had to braise meat. I had to slowly release some tomato juices for like a day, but more on that later. And I'm just now noticing that the environment in my studio is not like the most romantic. So for step number 6, you gotta make it cozy. Now that we're all prepped, it's go time.
It's super cute. Thank you. You made it.
Yeah, I mean,
You made this.
well, yeah. Would you like a glass of wine?
Yes.
This is the El Cabrito from the Chateau Lyon, the Bordeaux Le Rouge. It's super fancy.
Is it?
It's 12 euros. Would you like to taste the wine?
Yes, of course.
To sample it, to make sure it's good.
I'm getting notes of oak.
Oak?
Oak barrel.
It has an oaky afterbirth. So how am I doing? How am I doing?
10 out of 10.
Really? You didn't even have the food yet. Okay, I will bring the first dish.
Okay.
For course number 1, we had strawberry bruschetta bites. Now this might seem a bit weird, but what I did is I made a strawberry mixture using salt, sugar, balsamic, olive oil, lemon, and basil. I let those strawberries macerate, I promise that's a word, in the fridge overnight. The result was a sweet and savory, acidic, wonderful thing that kind of confuses your taste buds in the best way possible. I served it with some toasted baguette and whipped ricotta. Our first dish, your first dish, is strawberry bruschetta bites.
Oh my god, you
Bruschetta.
made this.
What? Of course I did. It's not that crazy.
It's really nice. It's super nice and fresh.
What would you say is a red flag in a date?
For me, I think it's just the basic being rude to the waiter.
Yeah.
I really cannot.
You know what's
I'm gonna have
a
another
red
one.
flag for me?
What?
Switzerland, Turkey,
China.
China. Okay, I will prepare number 2. For number 2, we had our taco. And for that, I started with a homemade corn tortilla. They're very easy to make, and honestly, they make the biggest difference. Just look at them steaming in their own warmth in this cloth. I love this corn tortilla imagery. I also prepared an avocado lime jalapeno cream. I whipped some creme fraiche and really struggled to put it in a squeeze bottle. Pickled some red onion and some radishes for that beautifully vibrant pink vibes. I also took some corn off of a cob and charred that cobless corn. But the star of the taco was this chorizo, which I simply squeezed out and seared to get some good crispy brown bits. Now all that was left was to assemble, and I tried to make it look pretty but not pretentious, and honestly I'm kinda happy with the results.
Oh my god, this is such a nice plate! This one actually has all my favorite things.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do you rate this one?
10 out of 10. I mean, everything's 10 out of 10.
No, you can't
I
say
did
that.
like the taco more than the strawberry
The taco was
bruschetta
way
bites. Next one is potentially my favorite one.
So pressure was high for course number 3, but I was confident. The star of this dish was the fish. A nice sea bass fillet to be specific. I sliced it as thinly as I could because I'm making like a ceviche type beat. If you don't know, ceviche is a cold dish of raw fish marinated in citrus. The citrus quote-unquote cooks the fish, which is why I'm squeezing the heck out of some limes. I'm preparing the marinade, which also includes some hot pepper slices, cilantro, and some red onion to give it that pink hue. Now about 10 minutes before serving the dish, I poured the marinade over the fish to let it do its thing, and then I put it in this cute plate in the middle. Now this is kinda lame just by itself, so I envisioned like a fresh cold broth to go with it. And I saw this short about tomato water.
Today, I'm showing you how to extract the natural umami within tomatoes by making tomato water.
So I decided to make tomato water. Blend tomatoes with salt, onion, garlic, and basil, and strain that through a cloth for 24 hours in the fridge. Bit of a pain in the ass, but really tasty stuff. So I poured that liquid over my ceviche, some pomegranate for a bit of sweet crunch and color, cilantro, some olive oil. Kinda proud of this one. I also had some leftover corn tortillas, so I decided to cut them into wedges, fry them, and salt them for some nice chips on the side.
Oh my god, this is so special. This is the best thing ever. Oh my god, I love everything. This is 12 out of 10.
It's not even in the scale. Really?
Thank you.
Thanks for hyping me up.
I'm really not hyping you up, it's just the best.
One of the best things in the world is to have food with you, I think.
I agree.
For the main course, I wanted to do a saucy braised beef. I took some short rib, salted it, seared it, cooked my mirepoix, some tomato paste in there, and I built my braising liquid using Guinness. I saw this in a Brian Lagerström. I saw this in a Brian Lagerström video and I wanted to try it. So I went ahead and stole his whole recipe, including the creamy parm polenta I served this beef with. Thank you, Brian. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. At the end, I blended the sauce, reduced it, threw some butter in there, and here we are. Braised beef with creamy polenta and a super nice sauce to go with all that. And chives. This one is a little ugly. I mean, it's a lot ugly.
God. No, it's not. How long did you braise it for?
Just like 4 hours.
You made the best food.
What do you think is the most underrated quality to have in a relationship?
Giving massages to your partner. What about you? What do you think?
I think the ability to have an argument without getting upset. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Without trying to attack the other
Yeah, like
person.
you're not trying to win a debate.
Also having not too smelly farts.
Too smelly farts?
Like
That's-
not too many.
You can't
too
control
smelly.
that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this dessert is a bit of a gimmick, but honestly, it's a fun gimmick. So, Christina loves this triangle cheese thing. If you don't know, basically you open it and there's 8 triangle wedges of kind of a cream cheese thing. And she just spreads that on a piece of bread or something. Well, I thought, why don't I use that cream cheese to make a cheesecake filling? And then I thought, wait, why don't I fill the actual triangle wedges with that cheesecake filling and present the dish in the triangle cheese container and maybe make some warm freshly baked scones to spread the cheese filling on. And then I thought, wait, why don't I make 4 different flavors of cheesecake filling and each triangle has its own different flavor? So that's exactly what I did. Made 4 different flavors: Nutella, pistachio, vanilla bean, and raspberry. I filled the triangle molds with it, and even though it looked kinda whack, I think it's kinda cute. Who cares? What? It's triangle cheese. It's your favorite. What? It's been a little altered. So all of these triangle cheeses are a different cheesecake flavor. And this was supposed to be triangle too,
Yeah,
but
I see.
it bulged up.
No, it's okay. It's perfect. Oh, this is so cute.
But it looks so bad. I had a completely different vision in my mind.
Oh my god. Just
Yeah.
invented something new.
Yeah. They should make sweet triangle cheeses.